switch at the end, we took it from the top to the left.
Yeah. Sorry.
I like how you just rehearsed a lot of sections. You didn't talk a lot, you were just like, let's just play a lot of the music. I think that was really good. So,
at 57, maybe like 4 bars after make the 2-4 a little more obvious.
Okay,
kind of
yeah.
because like blended in, it's kind of hard to see.
Yeah, okay, thanks.
Yeah, I think in general, when you conduct, because there's a lot of, changes in here, make it a lot more clear, because I saw a lot of like little things going on, and that kind of threw me off, because I didn't know if we were in 3 or 4, and, but other than that,
I think what he's trying to say, sorry, is you come a little bit in on your downbeat sometimes.
okay.
And we don't know if that's going to go which way. That's
when we changed the tempo that one time, we started right on the measure and I had no idea what the tempo was. So I feel like sometimes it's good to have an empty just conduct 1 bar, just nothing, so you can get the tempo down. Because every time we started on this, we just went right to where we were playing. I know a lot of times Mr. Cargill goes 1, 2, 3, and then we come in. That makes it a lot more clear, especially when we take a tempo change than if you just jump right into the
Speak about that. Why didn't you count off?
Well, we learned as conductors that we don't spoon feed you guys the beats before we kind of give you guys a down.
So we're going to breathe in rhythm and in time, and in 1 beat we know the tempo. Okay, that says to you, the player, you're a sharp man. Yeah. And when we say 1, 2, ready, go, we're saying you need a lot of help. So we as conductors would like to say, let's all use our intelligence and go with it. So that we've been working real hard on that, and I was going to stroke you for that, so you and I could arm wrestle later and see. Alrighty, but here's a guy. Was his pace moving along pretty fast?
Yeah.
You feel like, oh, I better get on this guy because he might leave without me. Yeah. Okay, so he's really leading. So you could have a good discussion about that. Okay.
I like how you were really specific about what you were looking for with certain parts. Because with this piece, you really have to be specific, otherwise the entire building sort of just falls apart.
Right, you're exactly right. Thanks, man.
There are 2 things. One, I really liked how you put an emphasis in the very beginning about the chorale, because it is a lot of people think that, oh, if it's fast, it must be the hard part. But no, playing the slow parts right is often the hardest part. I would have said, along with the not counting 1, 2, 3, I would have said give us a bigger 1, because I was just sitting there watching you, and I would get surprised, being like, oh, we're starting. Just
so
bam,
prep has to be in time if we're going to expect that. Prep has to be in time. Is that what you're saying,
yeah,
John?
it was a lot just.
Okay, last comment, and we have another teacher. 2, maybe 1, 2.
Yeah, I really like the way you incorporated your speaking, the way you talk, when you stopped us and you told us exactly what you were on it. That was pretty well.
Back here, one of the 2 old guys.
I commend, I think you have a great, you already know the music by memory. I was watching you that you were not watching, looking at the score. So I think it's a great asset on you that you knew what you wanted, you imagined, you dream about it, you kind of hear it in your head. So that was really, really great on that part. I will also echo the issue of conducting. I was a little bit thrown off, conducting 1 and 3, going inside and out. And then the last 3, you have a rebound, 1, 2, and so very clear. Because that's probably where the entrances were not right, So you're communicating, you have it in your head, you know what you want, but they need to know that has to be clear in the conducting. Yeah. And that along the line with breathing, these are wind instruments. Right. You have to breathe with them, just a little bit, so rather than just completely flat. Breathe with them. You already have it here, so, and that will let them know. That's an extra cue for them to be right on the money. So great job on that.
I like this guy.
A couple things. One, you're doing a little rocking. But we all have our things. I do them on my toes, and I do a weird beat for. But your approvals are really strong. But I wish they were more specific. Great job. Well, I really like that. But what about it did you like? So they know kind of, okay, we did this good. Now we can move on. Also, I wish you played smaller chunks. So the community actually do a little more. I mean, because they did a lot of playing, which is good, but it's always works a little better because your pace was good. So to give them a concept, let them play for a few measures, stop, tell them how they did, and then give them a chance to kind of apply it. When we play longer sections like that, it's more of just a run-through thing to get them ready, just to get them used to playing. But when we're in this kind of pace, I'm always a fan of just a little smaller chunks to make sure we're still allowing time to teach. So, but other than that, it was a good job.